All right, I need the fighters to go back to their corners. Women, please report back to the blue corner. Men, please go back to the red corner. I got a good question for you. And this one I think is one of my favorite ones, man, because I just thought it was interesting. Is it easier to get a man to commit or to get a woman to submit? Is it easier? The question is at the bottom. Is it easier to get a man to commit or to get a woman to submit? What y'all think about this? Chef Joe, man, you've been kind of quiet for a while, man.
He don't know because he don't commit and he don't let his woman submit. He don't know.
Ding, ding, ding.
What you think, Chef Joe? Is it easier to get a man to commit?
He about to think of something right now because he don't know.
I mean, it's hard for me because, like we say, I've been single so long and I don't want a commitment right now. But I ain't wish it.
Chef, this is an in general question. It's not about you personally. Look at the question. Is it in your optician? Is it easier to get a man, not Chef Joe, to commit? Is it either get a man to commit or a woman to submit, Chef Joe? This is a general question. So, in your optician, or things have you seen it? Was it easier? Did you see men getting a lot of women to submit in an easy fashion? Have you seen women getting men to commit in an easy fashion? What you think?
I think it's easy for a woman to submit because, like y'all were talking about leadership. If you that good leader, that good provider, that good whoever do stuff and all that, the woman would naturally like follow their mate or whatever. So I think it would be easier for women to submit if you doing your manly duty, as y'all women always say.
Okay. Jess, what you think about this, man? Is it easier to get a man to commit or to get a woman to submit? What you think?
I'm with Josh. I think just naturally for us women, and this is my opinion, that we want to submit. Not necessarily, just do a bunch of different crazy stuff, but naturally we just want to submit to the man that we're with or the person that we're with. And so I think it's easier for us to submit than for a man to commit. For a man to commit, it seems like it takes y'all a lot. Like it's the hardest thing in the world. And I'm not understanding why. Okay, maybe I got some stuff I'm dealing with, but I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding what the problem is. Like, why? What's wrong? Commit to this.
Like how you did.
No, I'm gonna work on that though.
Tori, what you think, man? Is it easier to get a man to commit or to get a woman to submit? What you think about this?
So far, I think we can all meet in the middle of the ring on this one, Kevin. I think it's easier for the woman to submit, and it's just solely based upon the fact that I think men, y'all don't grow up until y'all old, like elders. So
wait. Really quickly, can you define what you're calling old? Just for the people to understand, what are you calling old?
Older than me. Just go with that. Sorry, older than me.
Yes. Like you're almost in your 40s before you realize what you had, could have had, or have. And then by that time, she's definitely not willing to submit because she's already gone. But then you realize, she had submissive tendencies. And then it's too late. But I feel like women just mature way faster.
Okay, that's debatable.
I swear that's debatable.
What you think about the question? Is it easier to get a man to commit or to get a woman to submit? What you think?
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
It's definitely easier for a woman to submit. I think what a lot of men run into is because sometimes they do a lot of talking, then their actions don't follow. And once you show me your actions don't follow, I'm not submitting. I might still talk to you or whatever, but don't think you're gonna get no submission out of me because I already seen that you're not a man of your word or your action. So that they speak but don't keep word. They don't show it through actions, and so that's what you run into, a lot of women that don't want to submit because you say women are supposed to follow the man and he's supposed to be the leader. You're not showing a good example, so you're not gonna get a submissive woman.
So wouldn't that be opposite of your point then? If most men aren't ready to lead, that would mean most women aren't ready to submit.
No, that does not mean that. You leading does not predicate how I want to be.
No,
that just mean that you're not the one for me.
Wait, because you just said, hold up now. You just said if he can pretty much do his job, then that's when that woman will be ready to take in that position. So if you're saying that if he's not there, that would be saying that because he's not built or ready for that, then you won't. So it does determine how you go about submitting then.
No, that wasn't his question. He said if most men are not ready to commit, then that would mean that most women wouldn't want to submit.
No, I said
no. I'm not going off his question. I'm actually responding to what you said.
And
I said
the same thing you said.
No, you didn't say the same thing. You said something different.
I said if most men aren't the leaders you want them to be, that would mean it's contradicting your point, because if most women aren't ready to submit because most guys aren't leaders, then that would mean it's harder for them to submit if most guys aren't.
That just means it's harder for that woman to find a man to submit to if most men are not ready to be leaders. Okay, that's because y'all not ready to be leaders don't mean that I'm not ready to submit to a man.
No. What he's saying though is that it does play a predication, right? You're saying he has to be ready, so that means his position does dictate your decision. Then, so it's a contradiction upon the words, right? Because if you're talking about just the action of submitting is just submitting. You're saying he has to already be ready. So his stature or wherever he at right now does dictate what you do next. You said it didn't. You said it didn't dictate, but it does.
The question is it easier to get a man to commit or get a woman to submit? It's very easy to get a woman to submit. No. That's what I'm answering to. That's what I'm answering to. I don't know what you're
I get the question. I'm challenging the words you said, though. You said that his positioning doesn't then dictate how you move. Yes. I was pointing that out. That's not true. Because you literally said if he's not in a position and he's not ready, you're not willing, so it does dictate. That's not what
I said. I said him not being the leader does not dictate me wanting to be ready to submit. Not being ready to submit to him. Being ready to submit to a man. If I want to be in a relationship and I want to submit to my man, and I need to find that man to submit to. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, watch this. Watch how easily I do this. If that man is ready to be a leader, are you willing to submit? Yes or no?
If his action match up to his word and if that man is
where he need to be, are you willing to submit?
Willing to submit to him, yes.
If that man is not ready, are you willing to submit?
No, not to him.
That means that, and that's the point. The question is more so about you, not in general. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Or you would, because you said it doesn't dictate you. So that's why the question is honed in on you. So it does dictate you. If he's not ready, then you're not submitted. Now, I get what you're saying about being willing. I understand that. Yes, you need a man to have a level of confidence and attribute. But when you say it doesn't dictate, it actually does dictate it, though.
The question isn't based on willing or ready. The question is based on actually doing it. Which one is easier to do? So if you're just being ready, you wouldn't qualify for actually doing it. So most men aren't leaders.
But it's still easy. But I'm talking about me personally. But it's still easier to get a woman to submit. Most women, when they in relationship with men, they are submitting. It's just that they get bad experiences and they grow, and then they have this mindset coming out of it because they're not healed. They didn't do the proper healing. Then now it's like I would never submit to a man, or they come with all this masculine energy. It's because when they did submit, that man fell.
Okay, can I?
So, Matt, man, call some trouble real quick, man. I need you to answer the question.
Most times out of 10, the women that submit to men that's not committed to them.
Matt, what you think, man? Is it easier to get a man to commit or to get a woman to submit?
I got 2 points to this. The first point is it's definitely easier to get a man to commit than a woman to submit. Based on their own words, a man has to be fully ready before they submit. A lot of guys commit to women that aren't fully ready. We're willing to deal with problems and commit to a woman that isn't ready and deal with problems and try to change.
Yo,
women.
How you gonna say that y'all ready to deal with problems? Women is not ready to deal with men that have problems. Most of the time, women are the ones dealing with the problems for the men. I don't know what.
Fighters. I need all fighters to go back to their respective corners, please.
That's crazy that you say most, because how they talking on the internet, they're not willing to deal with no women.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. His question is commit on the man's side and submit on the woman's side. It's not the same thing on both sides. So you can't use what I say on the man's side and say the woman is doing it too, because we're not comparing commit to commit. We're comparing commit to submit. So those are two different things. So
I'm just pointing out that you said most men are most likely the one that would deal with a woman that's not ready or got problems. Like women don't do that.
Because if we're looking at me, we know with most women there's going to be a lot of issues.
But see, you speak with this concept that most men are carrying themselves like leaders, or even think of leaders. Most men didn't even use this leader word until 2 years ago. So, like, you're assuming that this man is carrying himself like a leader, or have the assumption that he's the leader to be like, I could deal with a woman problem, or I could take her under my wing with. And please, they are going with the river. They are going with the flow. Whatever they catch is whatever they catch.
And most men don't even want to deal with the problems. When a problem occurs, that's it. It's over. It's done. On to the next.
Yeah.
All right, can I go now?
Go ahead, Matt.
All right. So if submission is based on the guy being the finished product, I'm saying commitment for guys is not typically predicated on women being the finished product based on caprice words.
I didn't say nothing about no finished product. I just said that he needs. I said he needed to be his word. Okay, all right, because I'm not gonna let you say something that I didn't say.
You say you're not. Well, we can play the word. We can play the word systematics, but this is what you said. This is your concept. You're not willing to submit to a guy if he's actually the person you want him to be. That means he has to already be there.
That is not the words I use. I did not say the actual man that he wanted to be. I just said he need to be a man of his word and follow through his action. Even if he's not where he want to be, he need to have a trajectory of where he wants to be. I need to know the plan, and I could jump on it if you lay it out for me and you a man of your word and you follow through with your actions. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't got to be.
If he does all that, he's a leader. If he does all those things you just named, he lays the plan on all the way through.
That don't mean he's a leader.
He's a man of his word. That makes him a leader. If he does all that makes him that.
So that's the only thing that comes with leadership.
He that already.
So that's the only thing that comes with leadership skills? No, that could be a part of it, but that's not all of it.
All those things you just named, if he does all those things you just named, that would make him a leader in my eyes.
Being a man in his word and have a trajectory on where he want to go?
Yes, him having the plan, you said coming through with the plan, being a man in his word, all those things would make him a damn good leader. That's some of the biggest things that make people leaders.
Because you're responsible for
being a person and having integrity.
I didn't say nothing about integrity though.
Being a man of his word is integrity. That's part of integrity. You can keep playing with the words. That means that's part of integrity. So that
is what integrity is now. Being a stand-up person, a person of your word, is integrity.
Yes,
that's literally what integrity is.
But that don't mean because that's he has those three things that's necessary, like he's in a leadership position, because you might not know how to be responsible for other people. I'm just saying, if we're dating and I'm seeing that you have a plan just for yourself, it ain't even got to be about me yet. But I see what you're doing. I see you a man of your word. When you say you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. You follow up with action. You're a man of your word. I can submit to you.
But I'm not okay. That's cool. I'm not denying that you would submit to a guy that's saying that. I'm saying because those qualifications are on most guys, that means it's harder for women to submit because we get in relationships and we don't have all these requirements for women.
I think we get in a relationship
requirements for women as well. A lot of us get with women just because we like them or they pretty. A lot of y'all, even when y'all get to with a man, y'all will not submit until he's already at least partially most of the things y'all want him to be. So in my opinion, that would make it harder because the guy has to actually become something first to get that level of submission. Now, I agree with you on the point that I think both sexes will submit and will commit for the right person. I do agree with that. If the man is the right person, any woman will submit. If a woman is the right female, any man will commit. But I believe that, like how Tori said, most women mature quicker. So I believe because most women mature quicker and most guys don't mature quicker, women are submitting less because guys have to actually become something before they actually submit.
But we're not talking about what's currently happening. Yeah, I could agree with you that most women are not submitting right now, but we're talking about what is easier. If it's easier if you do these things to get a woman to submit. And then you could get that woman to submit, but that don't necessarily mean that you want to commit to her. There's plenty of men out here right now that's saying that they don't want to get married. The statistics prove it that men are especially black men are the least married. So there's no way you telling me that it's easier to get men to commit when the marriage rates are low as hell.
But you don't have many men saying they don't need women. You have women that say they don't need a man.
We're going into something else. We ran off to something else. That don't.
No, that's under what I'm saying. If you have a lot of
now you're going to use the excuse that because women say I don't need a man, that's what's getting men not to commit. Before women was yelling this thing, this always has been a thing with men having an issue to commit. Before
reference of commit, I'm saying that in reference to submission. If a lot of females are saying they don't even need a man, period, and you don't hear men say they don't need a female, that means it is harder for them to submit than a man to commit because we need y'all.
If you believe them, then I could understand why you would think it's more harder for women to submit because women that say that are speaking from hurt places. I don't believe no women that come on this internet and be like, I don't need a man.
I believe women are speaking from how they are being raised because we know, especially black women, we know right now that black women are
hold on, we about to go into a whole
as far as
all right, time out. I need my fighters to go back to their corners. So anybody who know, man, if you follow this show, one thing you gonna learn is that Caprice and Maddie B, these are the heavy hitters, man. They go in, they go back and forth. I got George Foreman underneath me, and I got Mike Tyson underneath Corey. They heavy hitters. They pound for pound fighters. They go back and forth. They go throw it up, they go hit it. They understand, like you gonna get a lot of that. So that's if you follow, you definitely know. If you get them together, they gonna definitely go back and forth a good bit. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I think it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I love it. It reminds me of Joe Frazier.